Today is the day when Kitt finally goes to his new owner. So the guy's going to be here in the next couple of hours. Now what I will be doing is showing you in this video who actually purchased my car, because I think it's going to really surprise you. I'm sure you're going to know who this guy is because he's quite popular on YouTube. I've been following him for a long time. He does some really cool stuff on his YouTube channel, so that will be coming up very soon. But anyway, I just wanted to make a very last video with my car before it goes. I've just actually cleaned him all ready for the new owner because he was a little bit dusty. So I've just given him a little bit of polish. There you go, he's looking nice and shiny now. So this is the very last video I'm going to be able to make with my car. Now, I wanted to do this because there's a couple of things I just want to talk about before the car goes. The first thing is I do intend to actually build another Kitt at some point over the next few years. There's lots of things that I've learned from building this one that I can use in future cars that I build. Now that isn't just the Night Rider cars, there's lots of other cars that I want to build. I do plan on building a Kitt, but it won't be for a good couple of years. It'll probably be it'll be in about 2 or 3 years time when I actually decide to build one, unless things change and I decide to do it a little bit sooner. But as you know, I've put in a lot of effort and a lot of time building this one, and I've had a lot of fun doing it as well. I've learned a ton. I've learned so much about these Trans Ams, you know, things, well, especially when you convert them into Night Rider, I've learned so much. So I've enjoyed the last couple of years. I've had the car for about 2.5 years now. You might remember that I bought this, I think it was May 2019. So I've had it now for about 2.5 years. And the conversion that I've done on Kitt has been finished for around about a year. There's still a few little bits and pieces just to finish off and just to make him like really, really, you know, like, well, even more nice than it is now. But you can, I mean, to be honest, you can be working on these cars for years. You know, sometimes it just never ends. There's always little bits and pieces that you can do to improve them even more. What I'm going to do is just put my seat cover on and then just get in my car one last time and sit there. And I'm just going to talk about the car a little bit more. Okay, we're in the car. So this is what I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss being able to take him out for a spin, for a bit of a cruise. But it is what it is. I've decided to sell the car for many reasons. I won't go over all of them now. But I'm going to miss the car. And I mean, you know, who doesn't want to, who's not going to miss something like this? I mean, you know, it's pretty cool, especially when you drive it out when it's dark. You know, I've got all my buttons, you know, my Atari joystick. So yeah, it's gonna be a sad day. As I said, the guy's gonna be here in the next couple of hours to pick the car up. I'm just doing a few things in the garage now before he turns up, and I'm looking forward to everyone finding out who actually bought the car, because when this guy first contacted me, I was quite surprised. I didn't know that he was looking out for a Kitt, for a Night Rider car. I didn't actually know he was looking for one. So I guess this came up for sale at the right time for him. One of the things I do just want to quickly say is I do have the intention of building some other cars in the future. So this isn't the only car that I'm going to build. I'm not going to tell you what they are at the moment, but they are some other movie themed cars that I'm going to build. So that should be something that I'm going to do over the next few years on my channel. But they are big projects, so they're not something that, you know, I'm sure you'd agree, understand. They're not things that I can just build within a couple of months. It's going to take a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of space. So where I am at the moment, in my garage here, I've got plenty of space, but I've not got a big enough workshops, because I need to do all of the there's all fabrication and stuff I need to do as well for these cars that I'm going to build. so I can't do everything in this garage. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to miss the car. I've got lots of things planned, lots of other things to build, but this is my baby. You know, this is the first car I've ever built. I put so much time into this. I was out here so much over lockdown, every single day, hours and hours each day, trying to finish off bits and pieces on the car. And the reason why this means a lot to me is because I had quite a bad injury a couple of years ago, and this pretty much kept me sane. You know, I couldn't do anything physically, not really, but the only thing I did manage to do was work on my car. Now I know that sounds a bit of a contradiction, but I couldn't really do anything else. I could get out here in my garage and just do some basic stuff on the car, so that kind of kept me sane. So this kind of got me through about a year. I had a really bad year a couple of years back. So yeah, I was working on the car, and this kind of kept me busy mentally. So yeah, this means a lot to me. And I've got some good memories of the car as well. I'll probably put together, I will try and put together a video where I've got all the best clips and best parts of the car over the last couple of years, like car shows and Comic-Con, stuff like that. So this is the very last time I'm going to be able to sit in my Kitt car, in my Night Rider car. I'm sure you will see this car on the web more over the next few years, because the guy that's going to buy it off me, or the guy that has bought it off me, he's got some good plans for the car. So I'm sure you're going to see it even more. So yeah, really comfy. I've only actually sat in the back seat once, and they are pretty comfy, but if you've got long legs, there probably isn't that much space. But I have sat in the back once, and the reason why I wanted to do that is just to say that I've sat in the back of my car. Because sometimes you can own a car and never sit in the back seat. So, you know, after all the time that I spent fitting the car out and all of that, and all of the nice seats, I just wanted to sit in the back. And then I think I've only sat in a passenger seat once, I think, as well. Obviously I've got no need. So I would say, just a quick one, I would say the favourite part of my car, I would say easily, I mean, the electronics are obviously good, yeah. You know, I'm sure you'd agree, the electronics are pretty cool, yeah. You know, I'm not going to put any music on, I'm not going to make him talk because I've disconnected everything. I would say the favourite part of this car, for me personally, is the interior upholstery. Oh man, it is absolutely unbelievable. It is beautiful. When I actually bought this material, from, I think I bought it from Rock Auto in America, I didn't realise that it was going to be this like nice sort of like silky material. I thought it was going to be a lot more rough than that. But when this came through the post and I opened the box, I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. So I gave it to my local I've got a local upholstery company. I gave them my seats and all the material, all of the seat material. And they're basically seat covers, but you have to put them on properly. You have to they had to re-plump all of the foam, or they had to put brand new foam in the seats, because these are obviously PMD seats, which are the exact seats that they had in the TV show, the PMDs. These are 1982 seats. The PMD seats and all of the interior, you know, like all of this, if you can look up there, all of this material here, really, really nice. I bought that off eBay. And all of the door panels as well. Let's just close the door for a second. There you go. So you can see what it's like when I sort of drive the car. So the door panels here. So this is the cool thing. This material is actually the same as the seat material. Yeah. One of the things that I was a little bit worried about when I was building the car is trying to make the door panels look the same or use same colors as the carpet and the seats. Somehow I have managed to match them all perfectly, pretty much perfectly, which I was completely I was surprised that I was going to be able, that I managed to do that. So this material here is basically the same as the seat covers, although they both come from completely different companies. So maybe this is just the sort of material that they now use in the Trans Ams for the new door cards. Maybe that's just what they use. But either way, you know, I'm sure you'd agree that it's come out pretty well. Yeah. So you've got the top material there, which is the same as my seats. Yeah. And then also, if you look at the bottom of the door, if you look at that section of the door there, that has to match the carpet. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to, you know, there's no one says it absolutely has to match, but it does look better if that matches the carpet, because it just all looks nice and neat then, and everything matches and everything really comes together a lot nicer. So I would definitely say the interior part of the car is what I think is the nicest for me. And I've got tan seat belts as well. The seat belts that I've got in here, yeah, I bought these off ebay.com. They were really hard to find. It took me months to find tan seat belts. Yeah, I would say if you look in the back, look as well, in all of the tan material, not tan material, the interior plastics. Yeah, I just think the whole interior, whenever I take this out for a drive and I take it for a spin, it's so nice to drive. I mean, modern cars are really nice to drive. You know, if you got like a nice modern day sports car or like a bit of a cruiser, you know, like full of luxury, something like that, it can be really nice. But this is a 1987 car. You know, generally they're not going to be as comfy. But whenever I take this out for a drive, it is super comfy to drive, because these PMD seats, surprisingly, they are really comfortable. And when you've got the door closed, you know, and you're just driving down the road like this, it is really comfy, and it's such a lovely drive. I used to take them out for a drive in the countryside and just enjoy it, you know, with all my lights on, bit of 80s music, and just take them for a nice drive. I mean, it's one of those cars that you have to take out and enjoy. So it is hard for me to get rid of the car because there's so many things I'm going to miss. At the same time, there's lots of things that I now need to do, and I can't do them with my Trans Am in my garage. I want to do different projects. I want to build my YouTube channel out. I've got lots of things to take on, you know. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's a hard decision. It's a hard decision that I had to make, but you know, it's one of those things. So yeah, really going to miss this. If you've not seen down there, I don't know if you can see much down there. There's not really much to see. It's just my stereo in there. So yeah, very last video I'm ever going to be able to make in this car, because the new owner will be here very soon. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. And if there's one tip I will give anyone when it comes to building these cars, and I would say focus a lot on the interior when you do this, because so many people that I've spoke to at car shows, and you know, just like whenever I've taken my car out anywhere, so many people have said the interior is beautiful. So many people have said that. I mean, obviously you've got the dashboard, yeah, that speaks for itself, yeah. All the buttons and everything, yeah, that speaks for itself, yeah. obviously being Knight Rider, it's got all the lights and dashboard and everything, and it talks. But when you actually look inside the car, even when there's no music being played, and you look inside the car and all the sill plates and all the interior, the tan carpets and everything, it smells like a brand new car as well. So yeah, really gonna miss this car, but you know, it's one of those things. So yeah, my advice is, if you build one of these cars, make sure you spend a lot of time on the interior, because I see Knight Rider cars around, I see these cars about, and you know, people don't always spend that much time on the interior, trying to get all of the interior plastics the right shade of tan, or everything to match. Another little tip is try and get everything inside to match the similar sort of tan color. I see some people that have seat belts that are a very dark tan, and then their seats are a light tan color. You know, all these little things do make a bit of a difference, and especially when you try to focus on all the small bits, when you finally finish the car, all the small bits make a big difference in the end, and that's what I found. So that is it really. That is the end of my last video of my car. So we'll just go around here. Yeah, looking very nice, I'm sure you'd agree. So this is my last ever video. So it's going to be sad. This is going to be going out of my driveway in about an hour's time on the back of a truck to the new owner. So a bit sad, but I've got my other, I've got my bikes, I've got my quads, I've got other projects in the pipeline that I'm going to do. So that is it for now. So anyway, coming up, the new owner will be here soon, so you will see who has bought my car.